seniors, welcome to Intersession Videos. Today we're going to review how to convert in scientific notation and convert back and forth between scientific and standard notation. So let's go ahead. This should be really easy for us. This is going to be a really super short video. I just want to remind us what we're looking for. Remember, when we are converting from scientific notation to standard notation, I always look at my exponent. So I take this first example, 5.6 times 10 to the fifth. My exponent is going to tell me how many times I have to move my decimal in order to get the answer I want. So I know whenever I see my, my exponent, my first thing I'm going to do is pull out my coefficient. Pull out my coefficient. This is a positive exponent, so I know that my answer is going to be greater than 1, so that means I'm going to be moving my decimal to the right. And it says I'm going to move it 5 places, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop off my decimal, fill in my zeros. My new number is 500,000, 60,000. And that's it. That's literally all there is to it. Now, if I have a negative exponent, let's say 3.2 times 10 to the negative 2, that means I'm going to move my decimal left because my final answer will be less than 1. So let's do the same thing. Let's pull out our coefficient. It says I'm going to move it twice because I have an exponent of 2, and since it's negative, I move it left. 1, 2. Drop off my exponent, fill in my zeros. My new number is 0.32, which is the same as 32 hundredths. Let's do the opposite. All right, if I have numbers that are in standard notation and I want to put them in scientific notation, I'm always wanting my coefficient to be between 1 and 10. Always between 1 and 10. So for these that don't have a decimal, I know I have an invisible decimal at the end, because if I were to just add a decimal and add a 0, it would be the same number. But again, I want to put these in scientific notation. So I'm going to start with my invisible decimal. I'm going to move my decimal until I get a number between 1 and 10. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Drop off my decimal, pull out my coefficient, which is 2.3 times 10 to the, and my exponent is always representative of how many times I moved my decimal. So 1, 2, 3 times. I know that my exponent is going to be positive because my initial number of 2300 was greater than 1. All right, this one, if I have 99 hundredths, again, I want to move my decimal until I have a number between 1 and 10. So let's do that. 1, 2. Drop off my decimal. I'm going to pull out my new coefficient, which is 9.9 times 10 to the, I moved my decimal twice, so my exponent will be 2. But since my original number was less than 1, it's going to be a negative 2. And that's it. We're going to do tons of practice today. I'm super excited about it. I'm sure the teachers there will be able to help you with this, no problem.